Springs Tower, November 6879 are ready for departing straight out at runway tree 1L. 78 straight out departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway tree 1L. Cleared for takeoff runway tree 1L 79er.
Southwest 29er at runway 1L ready for departure IFR to Oakland.
Southwest 29er altimeter 29er 77. Cleared for takeoff runway 1L.
Cleared for takeoff runway 1L Southwest 2
Let's check this out. Does this work a lot better if anybody else is out there, which I don't think it is. I think it's just me watching my own live stream, but if you can hear me, that would be fantastic. Alright, audio's figured out. That's nice. I'm gonna actually close in. There we go. Gonna move this iPad just a hair so I can see my altitude, my direction of flight. Good day, lady. Alright. Yeah, and I'm gonna change this orientation. I definitely like it this way better. And small. That must be bumpy because you see it like bouncing around a little bit here. Actually, let's take a quick break here. Sorry. I just want to turn down the aircraft engine because it's just, let's pretend we're wearing a headset. Let's get that 50%. Alright, there, that should be mucho better. It's still loud. I mean, I want to be able to hear it, but I don't want it to beat me to death with it. Alright, we are over. Let's see. Palm Springs. That looks like maybe Yucca Valley. So that puts us about almost at Waco. So we're making some decent time here. There's Palm Springs, way back there. Just gotta make it over this little mountain range. That should be the worst of mountains. I know, a lot of you guys are saying, why don't you go down that pass? And I possibly could. But looking at the sectional here, I don't think there's a good place to cross back over. I guess, yeah, there is a way I could have made it, but that's not the one I'm going this way today. So, we're about 3,000 feet AGL, small climb. Let's see if we can't kind of quit that. We definitely have enough altitude now. But yeah, there's the J3 on our way to VCV, which is Southern California Logistics, and are just outside of Victorville. Yeah. Yeah, still climbing a little bit. We're gonna just trim down just a tad. See that climb kind of go away. Or maybe trim down just too much, but I can bump the engine just a little bit, maybe get some speed out of this thing. Oh yeah, it must be a bumpy day. This is a pretty good simulation of what it's like to fly around in a Cub on a bumpy day. So let's get our tablet back here. Oops, that's what I get. Alright. If there's like a terrain mode on here, like there would be in ForeFlight. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, no terrain avoidance on here like a real iPad. If anybody knows, tell me. If there's a way I can tether USB-C to my iPad mini and make ForeFlight work. I've used flight events on 2020, and I think it works with 2024. However, flight events on hotel Wi-Fi, which is where I'm going to do all of these streams in the hotel, as a someone who travels for a living. Like when I'm at home, I don't have time to be doing this, but I spend a lot of time in hotels, so we're going to do some of these streams and enjoy it. But yeah, hotel Wi-Fi, make flight events work over Wi-Fi is just unrealistic, very difficult. So if you know a way to tether and make ForeFlight work off of Microsoft Flight Simulator, like USB-C to USB-C for an iPad, ForeFlight on Microsoft Flight Simulator, that would be key information. I'll probably do some more research later, but so far I haven't found anything that works at all. So I have used my phone before, just flying for fun in the hotel to just use my hotspot, and that seems to work okay. Um, However, with running 2024, which is constantly streaming the data and then streaming it back out to you guys, and using ForeFlight on my phone, it's too much. So yeah, if you guys know a way, let me know. That would be fantastic. Hey, I see that there's a couple people checking out the stream. Just give a little chat down there so I know you're watching. That'd be awesome. And if you have any questions, let me know. Oh yeah, see that vertical speed? That's crazy. All right, that's just mountain wave or just mountain air. Just super dense in here, or super unstable air. But we're all right for now. We'll just go ahead and get a little more altitude. Seems like we're struggling. I got the power in it, so that's fuel cut off. So that's just carb heat down here. We don't typically have a mixture in a J3, so if you see a mixture, let me know, but there should not be one. Alright. Alright, just a couple more mountains, and then we should be in the clear over this deal. We're doing about 3,500 feet. We've been climbing up nice and steadily. I have a few outs here, so it shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, there's a little speed, just a little bit of loss. So pitch up. We got to sacrifice a little airspeed to keep our altitude. That's what you just got to do in these Cubs, you know. It's kind of open to see about 65 knots. It looks like more likely we're going to see about 50 knots in the J3. So that's really going to shorten up our flights. But that's all right. So we'll see how far we get with this one. We're flying a little over 20 minutes probably. So. Alright, we're over that set. I think this is just a short set of mountains coming up next. Let's take a look here what we got. Let's see. Alright. And we might be fighting these kind of the rest of the way in here. It would be tougher to do this than I kind of thought. Big Bear Lake's only... Oh, elevation is 67,000. So yeah, or not 67,000. That'd be crazy. 6,700. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna go to Big Bear Lake. I didn't realize it was that high up there. Yeah, we're gonna probably have to swing out to the east a little bit to just clear these with ease. That's all right. Not that we can't get in there with the J3, but that's just so much climbing. Should we just climb it? Let's go up to 8,000 and let's zip our way over there. Alright, yeah, let's kind of do that. Instead of swinging out, let's just let her climb. Oh, we have the power in her. Just start a nice easy climb out here. Sacrifice a little airspeed for a little altitude. Look how good these mountains look, that little valley. But it's a neat town, but I bet when it rains, that water just floods through there. A town or homestead, I'm not sure. There's not much out here, that's for sure. Stuff out that way. I bet this is beautiful in real life. If you guys are interested in simming or just learning general aviation knowledge, like I hope that I can do a decent job providing that to you because I've got a ton of experience in aviation. I just sim in my free time, but I fly literally for a living. Travel all over the country in Central America. Uh, I have decent amount of tailwheel time and experience in different tailwheel aircraft and some bush flying and stuff like that. So just hop on, give me a like, just let me know what you guys think of the stream, and hopefully I can keep you guys entertained. But if not, whatever, move on, go about your day, it's fine. But yeah, if you want, send a like. At the end of the stream, I'll go over some of my other social media platforms where I fly real airplanes. go on some pretty decent adventures with camping and just fly-ins and stuff like that. So if you guys are interested in that sort of thing, just let me know. I have a J3 in real life and a couple other airplanes um, that I fly. I mean, quite a bit, a few times a year, more than a few, I guess, but throughout the year at least. So just hit me up, give me a like, send a message if you want, links to those other things. And if you want to see more of this kind of stuff, I'm thinking I might do J3. I'm thinking about Florida Keys all the way to Washington State, and who knows where in between. So probably, I don't know. We're probably not gonna do Aspen, but just try to get up through the mountains and the Rockies, maybe into Jackson Hole. I'm not sure if there's a way to do that realistically, maybe in the sim, but I kind of want to keep some realism to this, like if I was doing it in real life. But just let me know, and we'll try to get to Washington State and just find a route that way. And I'm planning on like 1 hour legs, you know, so be obviously a very very long trip, but it should be a ton of fun. And yeah, just let me know if you want to see more of that. I'll get it out there. But for now, let's just appreciate this view. Like, and if you can't fly in real life, simming's not bad. I mean, I'm flying on an Xbox controller, $1,000 laptop, and a $70 game. I paid $20 for the J3, but you don't have to fly a J3. So look at that. You don't get views like that on other games, do you? Reflections look good. Tell me that doesn't almost look like real life. Right? Not looks like real life. Almost. Almost looks like real life. Looks like we're catching a little thermal. Get a little climb here. Now, this thing says we have 75% of the fuel, so we're a quarter of the way out of fuel. We've been flying for about a half hour. I am sure I'm burning through it. I haven't backed the throttle off since I took out of Palm Springs. We've been just slow climbing, trying to get to 6,500 feet, or 7,000 feet really, because we got to go over Big Bear Lake. The airport there is 6,752 feet, so wouldn't be bad to be around 7,500 to get through there. Once we're through there, we're clear of most of the mountains, and we can zip on up to VCV, which, we'll see. When we get to Big Bear, we'll see how much time we have, because, I don't know. We'll see how much fuel we have. That's actually probably more realistic. Like, let's kind of see where we're at in fuel. But, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. All right, through 6,000 feet. That's nice, at least. Slowly working our way up. We're gonna have to turn here in a minute. Probably actually just start like a nice easy turn for Okeo. Okeko? I don't know. Not sure. Just add a little more trim in. Let's keep this climb going. We have to sacrifice some speed. I do about 49, and I imagine knots. I think I set this for 65 nautical miles. I was really hoping to do 65 knots in this. I'm sure that wasn't horribly realistic. But let's see, 65. That's let's say 50 knots to miles an hour is about 57 miles an hour. So I was kind of hoping to be in the 70 miles an hour range. 70 miles an hour. Miles per hour. 2 knots. About 61 knots. It's kind of where we want to be to have that sort of time or that sort of speed. So I just don't think we're going to do it in this. But that's all right. That's going to make the adventure that much better, honestly. More stops, more legs. It's going to be quite a trip if we do like the Key West all the way up to like the Northeast, like Seattle. Try to get into Boeing Field or something. That'd be pretty neat. So, yeah, I mean, look at this. This is just, this is a real place that you can really fly, and yeah, it's just super pretty. Yeah, there's us cutting across Okeo, so we gotta finish this turn out. We definitely, and as we climb, we're just losing. Like we don't have any RPM here. J3s are just not made to fly at 7,000 feet. So, real life, if this is real, we don't have a cylinder head temp gauge on here. However, the J3 does have, if you don't see it, just fantastic ventilation for the cylinder. So, not a big deal. But, you know, if I was in another airplane with a full cowling, I'd be pushing it in this kind of climb this long. I'd be really thinking about cylinder head temps, trying to keep them manageable, leveling off for a while, letting them cool off, climbing 1,000 feet, leveling off, letting them cool off, that sort of thing. I've had to do that before at much lower altitudes than 6,500 feet in a Piper Colt that I was up in the Black Hills with. So, yeah. Like I said, J3's got pretty good cooling, even in real life. It's got big old open baffles there to cool the engine off. So, not something I'm horribly worried. Let's go ahead and hit center. Kind of centers the airplane. See if we can get to 7,000. At 7,000, I think we're going to be pretty scot-free through here. If not, we've got a couple ways out, right out that way, and even down this little valley. Good to go down that valley. We're definitely not making it where we want to go because we're not going to have the gas to turn around and try again. But if we go down that valley, we'll just head back to an airport and call it a day. But I want to fly around Big Bear Lake, kind of check it out, see what it's about. Got a slow climb going. Just putting along here. what did I say it was at for altitude wise? Like L35 Big Bear City Airport, 6,752. As of right now, we are just above the field elevation in altitude, climbing through 6,800. So, I mean, I'm pretty happy with this. This is real J3. It's real J3 up here. We're not performing. We have no mixture, so no way to control the fuel. Engine's running 20, a little over, almost 2,300 RPM, which I'm happy with. I can't say I've ever had my J3 this high in real life, so who knows if that's accurate, but I definitely could see it for sure. So, we're burning through some fuel. We're not climbing much. We're lucky if we're getting 200 feet a minute. We're doing about 50 knots, which is not quite 60 miles an hour. So, putting along. That's what the J3 was for. It was a great airport for just putting along. I get a little notification, incorrect heading on the heading indicator. I don't know about you guys, but I don't think there is a heading indicator. If you see one, definitely comment. Let me know. Because pretty sure there's not one. Let's see. Take a look at the map here. Big Bear Lake's not too far. Mine's seeing 8,000 feet. 7,500 at the very least. That would give me just about 1,000-foot AGL. What I need to worry about. Let's look at the Big Bear. I was going to cut across. I don't know. Definitely going to go to Big Bear. We might just land at Big Bear. Call it a day. I mean, it sucks that that's as far as we got. Whew. I'm just scrolling out and looking at that compared to the whole country. Yeah, it's going to be a long flight from one end to the other. That's going to be fun. So if you guys got a route or some places you think I should stop, if we start in Key West, going through Florida, maybe across like some low places in the Appalachians through Knoxville, maybe Chattanooga area, across Nashville, Memphis area, maybe. I'm just looking. Lake of the Ozarks. Climb through there. And we got the Midwest, and I'm from the Midwest. So there's not a ton. If you guys know anything through there that I really should stop by and look at, like Badlands, South Dakota, maybe, and that's going to be jumping up north quite a ways. Eventually, we are going to have to cross the Rockies. And I think, honestly, the best way to cross the Rockies is going to be like down south through Albuquerque and the J3. Unless you guys know paths that a J3 can handle, I don't. So, go like south through Albuquerque and then over to Vegas and then work our way up to like, I don't know, just work our way to Seattle from there. So I don't want to go clear as far as North Dakota. I mean, I love that area, or South Dakota, but yeah, if we go to like Casper, Wyoming, there's just not a good path. There's a couple passes, but there's just not a great path through the mountain. Maybe down through Boise, cut across through like Pinedale. Yeah, that's so high up there. Yeah, that'd be tough. Yeah, I go to like Casper. What's this town? Yeah, there's ways up north, and I think we could probably make it work. Maybe that's the way we should go. But the easiest route's going to be up north through Florida. Maybe leave it low. Maybe just follow follow the Gulf the whole way? I don't know. That might get boring. Yeah, maybe through Oklahoma City area, Vegas. We can go see the Grand Canyon. That'd be neat. From Vegas, zip up like Salt Lake, Boise. Okay, yeah, that might. You know, where's Jackson Hole? That's Wyoming. I've been to Jackson Hole so many times. How do I not know where it is? What is going on? Either way, maybe that's pretty far north, like Salt Lake. Cut back, maybe. Is it back through Jackson Hole? All right, we're gonna just search it. Okay, Jack. Yeah. So we went like up through Salt Lake, followed a road for a pass through Jackson Hole. Jackson, I just don't know if that's worth it in J3 because there's just no great ways out of Jackson Hole. Yeah, we'll see. That's a long ways, especially if we're starting in. What did I say? Yeah, Marathon or Florida Keys, Key West, and getting up here to Seattle, and then Seattle. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe just hug the coast. Yeah, I like this Vegas. Maybe Salt Lake. Maybe just fly more of these California mountains, like through Lake Tahoe and stuff. I like that idea. That'd be fun. Yeah, that's a lot of flights down the road, though. I think start in Key West, see where we go from there. Just planning hour legs at a time. I think we're gonna stick to like 60 nautical miles and just try to find airports within that range because it's a long ways to go. So coming up on Big Bear Lake, let's go. Oh, we're at 8,000 feet. Let's trim this baby out for some speed, huh? Let's get it off of full throttle here. All right, we've used about 62% of our fuel. We want to land. It's day VFR, so we want to land with a half-hour fuel minimum. And Big Bear Lake's dirty. Oh, Big Bear Lake. I expected it to be like super clean. There's like a second lake up there though. Which one? Which one is Big Bear? Let's see. Okay, this first one's called Baldwin Lake. Then we go across the sea. That second one, that's Big Bear. This is dirty. I wonder if it's like that in real life. Yeah, we're still climbing. Let's get this thing trimmed down. Nice. Smooth out up here though. A lot less bouncing around. Alright. Where's the airport? There it is. Oh yeah, I see it easily now. So yeah, that's Big Bear Airport. We're gonna kind of hit the airport and zip that way across the mountains, and on our way to CVC or VCV, excuse me, and that's where we're gonna land and call it a day. We got at least half our fuel. I don't see. We should land. I would like to land with let's say 20%. If we're at 20%, that's 12 gallons. That's using a lot of fuel, but we'll see. We'll see how many 12 gallons total fuel. I'll do the math when we land. We'll see how much fuel we got and yeah, how much we burned per hour. We took off before 8. Or before 7, excuse me. It's 7:42 now. Man, this is taking a lot longer than I planned, but we're going to get this flight done because it's been fun. Anyway, obviously, obviously not a ton of people watching the live stream. I'm going to leave it up to watch later. You guys can scroll through it, see what you want to see. But if there's something you want to see, something you want me to do, let me know. Planning on flying this Cub eventually on future live streams. We'll do like hour legs at a time. And we're gonna start Key West and work our way up to the northwest, Seattle area, Boeing Field maybe. But yeah, this is Big Bear Lake Airport. It's a pretty decent airport. Never been there in real life. But yeah, it's pretty. Right here through the valley of these mountains, Big Bear Lake sitting here on the end. That's pretty awesome. Coming up on the airport, might be time to start just kind of inching our way to the north here. Pointing northwest a little bit. Just let her go. I wish I had an ETA. That would be super cool. Another reason I want to hook up the iPad. You guys know a way to do that for hotel Wi-Fi? Just let me know. Let's see, that's the thing. Yeah, it says ET down here. I'm sure you can see that, but oh, you can't because I think I'm blocking it. Yeah, I've got ET up on the bottom left of the iPad, but it doesn't populate how long. I've got GPS altitude, I've got ground speed, but I don't have an ET. How fun is this though? Look at that. We're just cruising along in J3. We got some backcountry mountainous airport flying. I mean, I wouldn't say backcountry, but mountainous, semi-mountainous airports. This is ton of fun. Look at that view. The sun's lowering itself on the horizon. We've got some clouds. Looks like they're building up. I don't know if that's off the coast, but just kind of coming off the mountains over there. Like, this is almost photorealistic. That's so cool. What Sims come from? Microsoft Flight Simulator X and earlier, X-Plane even. Like, this is so different and so cool. And if 12-year-old me had this, would have been a game changer. There's not an abundance of pilots. There's no reason for it with stuff like this. It is totally obtainable to like start learning young, doing this, getting into a real airplane and just already having most of the basic knowledge down. I mean, obviously you're going to learn some bad habits from Sims because they're unrealistic. But I mean, they're realistic. How do I want to say it? They have some things that are it's just not the right way it's done. Like even Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 with career mode, super cool. But just some of the traffic patterns it wants you to fly and things like that just are incorrect and wrong. People know it; it's known, but still, like just the basics, like managing airspeed, flying a pattern, things like that. That's just going to be so cool to see younger generation of pilots be able to use this game and an Xbox controller to seriously do so much. Alright, so past Big Bear Lake, on our... How's my airspeed lower? Like, I've been trimming this thing down, slowly losing altitude. I guess I pulled the power back a little bit more. We're still doing 52. We're doing 60 miles an hour-ish. And we're kind of getting to the bumps again here, so... But anyway, let's see. I was going. All right, so we're past Big Bear Lake just a little bit. Let's put it that far. We've got about 30-ish miles to go. Yeah, it's gonna be slow moving here. But yeah, I love this. Like, look at those clouds over there. That's so cool. Big Bear Lake, beautiful mountainous. Little road going through here. Just yeah. I mean, 12-year-old me was the fact that this game, it's got its glitches, but the amount of complaining being done about it is crazy to me because nothing like this has ever been done before. 2020 was amazing. 2024. I mean, the iPad thing kills it for 2024. It's better just for that. I wish there was a downloadable version so you don't have to rely on your Wi-Fi for loading scenery, but it also makes it so people with medium computers can run hyper realistic scenery. I mean, look at this. I am on probably medium settings. We've got time. Let's just take a quick look. Let's see. I mean, I didn't do much of this. I just let it run. So graphics, display, should be more information windowed. So I'm running 1440 by 900. So actually, I must have turned it down at some point. Uh, I don't know what the point is. Oh, global running quality, medium. Yeah. So I'm running it on medium, just under 1080p, but still plenty good. And look at this. It's beautiful. Like, not grainy. Look at this. Like, not grainy hardly at all. Like, there's a little bit of, like, I'd almost call it like eggshell, like, in there. But that's almost, maybe they did it on purpose, but like old restored J3s, like, that's a realistic, like, style of paint. So yeah, I don't know. I think 2024 looks awesome and super fun to go on a flight. Has career mode. Career mode's for some people. I played with it. I don't love it. It's a little bit too nitpicky for me. I'd rather just create my own flights and chill out and go where I want to go and just make something up to myself. Like, like exactly like this, like Palm Springs to here, because it's an hour and it's just a fun flight with some decent mountainous scenery to go look at. Like, I don't know what's going on there. Maybe some sort of construction. Maybe they're building a resort up here, casino. Who knows? I don't know, but it's probably already built. But anyway, yeah, this game's amazing. Let's see. We should, like, in real life, I should be able to open. That's not it. Oh, it crashed me. Ha! I will. Oh, damn! Shut the door then. All right. Well, we got a problem. Oh shit. Oh, this is gonna keep crashing me, huh? That's a definite glitch. All right. Let's see if we can shut this now. All right. This is not real. Okay. You can absolutely fly J3 with the door open. Ah! Oh, shut the bottom door on me again. Ah! Alright. Top doors, or bottom door's closed. Let's see. What? Oh, come on, stop it. Why is it still crashing? Oh, because the bottom. This is ridiculous. Do not. I just wanted to open the damn door. That's fucking stupid. It's just that's glitching out to go crazy. It's at like 28,000 feet somehow. Alright. Damn, that sucks. Yeah. Alright, guys. I'm really sorry about that. It's going up every time. There's no way the engine's running up here. That's crazy. Alright, let's see if I can do something about this. Alright, let's pause the flight here. Alright. I'm just curious what's gonna happen now. Hopefully we crash. And just oh no, it's crashing. So I can't even toggle active pause. It just crashes me instantly. Dude, that engine just sounds so bad. Man, that is really disappointing that happened. What a glitch. It's just I was talking this game up, and it was like, let me show you why everybody hates it. Here we go. Let's see, what's my RPM? 700 up here. I'm surprised that engine can run. Alright. Oh, man. I mean, we're at like some odd thousand feet. It's so unrealistic. Let's see if we can. Man, I'm so disappointed this didn't work out. Hmm. I'm so sorry, guys. I wanted to land, have a good day, stop the airplane, get out. But I think I'm just gonna restart the flight. Let's do a quick touch and go and a landing, and we're gonna call it a day. Dang it! That is so disappointing that that happened. That should not have happened. Man, I just opened the door and it just crashed over and over again. And it was crazy, such a glitch because it went up thousands of feet each time that happened. And just, that's crazy. I have never seen anything like that at all. Whatever. All right. I was going to do a couple touch and goes, call it a day, and call it a stream here. Dang, that's nuts. I was almost there. I wanted to do the fuel calculation too. That's maybe the worst part. Is the fuel is like, there's no way to calculate it now. I don't know where we ended. I don't know how much further we had to go. Gosh dang it. That was quite the glitch. I'll have to remember that. Can't open the door on the J3. Dang. Why do they. Why is it even an option if it doesn't just freaking work? Dang. Man, I realize the lighting sucks. I'm really sorry, guys. Can I fix the lighting here? Let's see. Maybe that might actually help quite a bit. Should help. Let's see.
Palm Springs Tower, November 68799 are ready for straight out departure at runway tree 1L. November
Didn't help that much, did it?
altimeter 29er. 77 straight out departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway
Yeah,
tree 1L.
it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Yeah, that's not bad.
Cleared for takeoff runway tree 1L 79er.
I'm at Palm Springs. Give me like the get on runway. That's interesting. All right, let's get rid of this. Yes, co-pilot, who barely exists. Still squirrely on the ground. I have to remember that when I land. Alright, we're up. For touch and goes, yeah, they definitely want us using that runway. So what we're gonna do, we're about midfield. We're gonna cross that runway and we're downwind. We're gonna land 3-1 right. That would make the most sense. Retract the landing gear. You got it. Dang it! I'm still so mad that we didn't get to finish that last flight out. It does have me at 53% fuel, so it kept my fuel. Wish I knew how long we flew, honestly. It doesn't really matter now. We'll have plenty of time to figure it out in this plane, but dang it. Alright, those are 3-1. Yeah, close enough. There's crosswind. It's a J3. We don't need to be climbing still. That's a nice little golf course there. Alright. Let's go ahead and turn downwind. See what a landing looks like in this thing. Alright, yeah, that's definitely 45 when you start coming down. I mean, in real life, like, I like to do about 1500 RPM. I like to see about, I don't know, 55 on the airspeed. Turn our base. Palm Springs Tower. J3 Cub. Right base. 3-1 right. Piper J3 Cub. Palm Springs Tower. 3-1 right. Cleared for the option. 3-0 right. Cleared for the option. Cub. J3 Cub. I don't know what the tail number of this thing is. 6879 or 9er. Alright, we got plenty of altitude here yet, and apparently a tailwind, because that airliner just took up the opposite direction. Which, you know, the handful of times I've been to Palm Springs, I've never taken off the other way, or landed the other way. It's always been 3-1s. So let's get lined up here. Let's see what a flip. Oh yeah, that slips beautifully. And that's what's nice about J3s. You can just kind of come in real low and just put it on in. Maybe somebody else can, not me. We must have a tailwind. There's no way it would just behave like that. I mean, why can't... What the heck? That's nuts! Alright, guys. I am ashamed to even tell you I'm a real pilot right now. Let's go find the windsock. Or the meantime, here's what we're gonna do. I mean, the wind's... We're getting blown this way. That would be into the wind, right? Let's see. Bring up the tablet. Should be able to go to here. Come on. Hit weather. 12 knots, 330. Yeah, no, there's no way. I had the power in it. Alright. That was crazy. Beautiful thing about J3 is it's so forgiving. I mean, in real life, probably not that forgiving. Alright, finals. Clear. 330. Alright, we're taking off 3-1. That's not that bad a wind. Okay. Alright, let's get one more landing in here. No flaps. Everything organized. That was crazy. That was just adding power. It was just sinking. Airspeed's alive and it should fly. Yeah, J3 is nice that way. It flies. Give it some power. She's ready to go. Alright, let's get rid of this. Dang, that was crazy. Disappointing. Let's go ahead and try it again. Shoot for about 45 on the airspeed and just hold that all the way to the runway and we should have no problem. Let's go ahead and start turning across in. Downwind. Yeah, I just did that slip, came out of it, added some power to kind of stop from sinking, and it was mad at that point. It was like, nope. I gave it the power. I mean, I was probably late on full power, but it definitely was enough to keep it flying for sure. Touchdown points about 45 behind us. Let's set this thing about 1800. Alright. Piper J3 Cub, Palm Springs Power. 3-1 right, cleared for the option. 3 right, cleared for the option. Piper Cub. Alright, so the thing about Piper Cub, it has no flaps. It's kind of easier just to kind of stick the nose on final. Pull the power back to where it's comfortable to do that, which in this is probably a little higher than normal. I know I'm doggling it in here. That's easier. Like I used to teach students in a PA11, which is a little different than a J3, but not much. And I tell them, put a laser on the spinner of the prop. And of course, I'm doing a great job of this. Point that laser at the numbers. When you're within ground effect, flare, or hold it off for a wheel landing. And it usually ends up pretty decent. So there's our laser to the numbers. There's the power out. There's our crosswind correction. There's our rollout. Speed's down enough. We got the tailback. And yeah, there's our landing. That wasn't bad. Alright, with that, let's go ahead and taxi over here to park. I mean, we landed within 500 feet, probably. Maybe a little less. We could have landed much shorter in this. From touchdown to stopping, a couple hundred feet the most. That's the beautiful thing about a J3s. It's such a simple but very capable short field airplane. Very little power, a ton of capability short field, and no flaps. All right, let's go park up here somewhere next to. There's an open parking spot. Ah, are you kidding me? There's no way. I just got my prop shaved off and my gear. Oh man. Let's just belly this thing in. Man, I was trying to make this so real. Like I wanted to be like, yeah, I'm like a real pilot. Look what I can do in this thing. And this game has just ruined that for me. Nice little belly landing next to the airbus. And yeah, it's just, oh yeah, you crashed. No kidding. Alright, I hate to do this. Here we go. We're going to end the flight. It was a great stream. I had so much fun with you guys. I know there wasn't a ton of involvement. This is a test stream, very first one ever. If I leave this up, you guys come through and watch it. You have any questions, please comment. Let me know what I could do differently, what you want to see. Check me out on some of my other social media platforms. I'm sure I'll link them somewhere at some point. Check out my other videos, you'll find them. But yeah, it was great. It was fun. It was a great test stream. I think everything worked out okay. Outside of me opening the door and the airplane crashing, that's so disappointing. But you know, it was an adventure. We had a great time. I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you.